Good afternoon, good evening, good morning probably for my friends in Asia. And welcome to a new month. Right, so while we're waiting for a few people to come online, and I'm just going to share this. Hi Marielle, hi Barry, wow. Now I can see how I can get people to join me. Right, so I've normally do this on my Facebook page, so I decided today, it's a holiday here in Australia, to do it on my profile, and I might do some more here. What I was going to do is share the reading. Hi Sydney, good evening to you. I've decided to do this from my mobile, which I haven't done for quite a long while. And when I went to switch the screen so that the cards won't be reversed, it came up with hearts, and I don't know how to get rid of them, and I decided I actually really like them. Hi Shelley. So I'm just going to open my page on the computer so I can actually see your comments and things. Let me just do this again. Review, reload this page. Okay, so new month. Oh, have I not got it here? Yes, new month. So time for a new Heart Whisper reading. Now for those of you who are new here, which I can see there's a few people here, Sydney is the only person who's a regular on my live streams that I recognize so far, is I'm Susie Chill. I'm the Heart Whisperer. I'm an intuitive artist and your self-love mentor. I open hearts to love to help you dare to dream again. And I can share more of my story, or you can head on over to susiechill.com where you can find out a lot more about me. Now, hold on, I meant to be checking this. Let me just put the video on here. I love the hearts. I have no idea how they got there, and I can't get rid of them. So, okay, so I can see I've got Sydney who's live. I've got some other people who are live. So, what we're going to do is what I do at the beginning of each month is I'm going to share my reading with you, and then hi Francis, and happy new month to everybody. It is a new month, and there's just three more months to the end of the year. So this is a good time to plan out what you really want to do till the end of the year. So when I wrote to myself, I asked, as those of you who follow me on my page, are you like the heart, Sydney? I don't think I can get them on my page. Maybe I'm going to start doing my live streams here on my profile more than my page. I never did one at 6 o'clock this morning, but anyway. Yeah, just to let you know here, it's a holiday. It's a public holiday here today in both states, because as some of you know, I live right on the border of New South Wales and Queensland. And it's very grey, and we've actually had some rain. It's the first time we've had rain in weeks. If any of you have seen me filming or something, you might see near the beach and that. All the grass, everything's really brown. So it's wonderful to have rain. And I got to go for a walk down to the beach this morning without getting wet. So that was great. So it's a new month. It's time for, I said, a new month, a new question. And I should have put the question up here. I'll just see if I can type it in while I'm doing this. The question that I asked myself, that I'll be posting later today in my post, would be, what will this month bring forth that will empower you? So what will this new month of October bring forth that will empower you? And so I started shuffling my cards. Hi, Melissa. Oh, how wonderful to see you here. I think I might do some later live streams, and maybe on my profile. I'm having all these new people pop in today, so that's wonderful. So what we're doing is, so that was a question I asked myself. There you go. The question is, and I'll pin that to the top for the moment. That's the question we had for the day. I had for the start of the month, and I sort of took yesterday off to do some other things, so I haven't been online very much. So I started shuffling the cards while I was focused on the question, and before I had even done about 2 rounds of shuffling, this card flew out, Trust. And that was really interesting for me because trust is the word I have here above my computer. I did a painting that says trust, simple, flow, ease and grace. So this is to remind me to get back into trust. So I kept shuffling, and then out flew, well, my focus, freedom. So when freedom flew out, I thought, that was the 3rd day in a row that this card had come out. I hadn't even got to select a card yet. So I shuffled again, thinking, right, it's time to draw a card now. No, one more came out. Play. So I have these 3 fly cards. Trust, which is to remind me to trust myself and to stop looking outside. Some of you others might relate to that. Stop looking outside and go within. That's where all the answers are. And that will bring you the freedom that you really desire, which I've been writing about in my journal today. But you need to do it in a playful way. So you need to work out how to make play your work. Sorry, you need to do the other side around. You need to work out how to make your work play so that you are empowered every day. Whether it's, for me, it's painting. It's very much sharing my message of opening. Open your heart to love. So I decided then I better see, well, what's the action card? What's the action card for the month? So the action card for the month was listen. I keep forgetting. I have to do this in reverse. Listen. So the action card was listen. So that's really reinforced. Listen to your own inner wisdom. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Then the next card I drew, this is, this was the challenge card. Apologies, got it wrong. The challenge card is to listen. Listen here, but listen with your heart. The action card is yes. Say yes to you, to life. Say yes to you, to love and to life. But that then reminded me to ask myself, is what am I doing a hell yes? And then the outcome or the moving forward card that I drew was joy. So when we're listening, when we're saying yes to that, we're actually in aligned with our purpose, and we move towards joy, which on that Maslow scale of hierarchy is, of course, one of the highest ways of being and feeling. So there we have the actual reading for October. The challenge card is listen. The action card is yes. Make sure you're saying yes to what you're aligned to. And the outcome is to move you forward to joy. I will be posting this later and as a post, so you'll be able to see if you want to read the messages. I try to get people to look at the pictures and the word and listen to their heart. Now, what I am going to do now, for those of you who are online, oh, sorry, I've missed all the comments here. Right, okay, Melissa, I will do a reading for you on that question. And let me just get a pen. I haven't got a pen here. I'm going to post it. I want my little, I have my little heart pad. My sister-in-law always gives me presents of hearts, so I have lots of hearts around me. The people who are here, yes, Melissa, that's great. You asked the question, what is aligned with my business? So if everybody would like to ask a question. Oh, well, fantastic, Barry. Yes, so I'll do Melissa. Right. Okay, so just before I do the readings, and anybody else who's here, I've now got the comments up. You just need to put in that you would like a reading. You don't have to tell me what your question is. You can focus on the question that I use for this month is what will this month bring forth that will empower me? Or you can ask your own question. Melissa's asked about the cards. These cards were born from my own healing journey. I started painting hearts to recover from a near-death experience. For those people who don't know, 6 years ago I had a choice. It was life, death or dialysis. And in a heartbeat I chose life, and I had a very long healing journey. But as part of that healing journey I started painting hearts. And these were part of that. Some of these are part of that series. The Yes card was one of the first ones I painted. And then all these cards are my own paintings. So the card on this was a painting, and they're all painting. And yes, and all the messages on the cards I have channeled. And I did a series for about 3 years of the Heart Whisper E-Zine, where I painted a heart and channeled a message. So some of them have come from there. Hi Sharon. So at the moment I've got Melissa and Melissa. So I'm just getting a pen. I'm just writing it down. And if some of you people have wondered, you know, I am called the Heart Whisperer. Yes, I'm about to write all this on a little heart pad my sister-in-law gave me. Melissa, I've got Melissa, Barry, and a moment at Francis. And anybody else who's on, just say yes, you would like a reading. And you can choose to tell me what you're doing. I don't do forecasting. I tap into your energy, and we all know the answers are within. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is Melissa's asked a question about what is aligned with my business. So Melissa, tap in. What I get people to do is tap in to your heart. You might close your eyes and that, and just focus on that question and ask, what is it my heart wants to whisper to me? And so I asked for this reading to be for Melissa's highest good, that will help her. So Melissa, what I've just heard for you is focus, that will help you focus on being really aligned for your business as you move forward in October. Oh, and I've got to learn how to, I'll do that the next time on. I've got to learn how to invite people in so we can do something side by side. I'll do that in a minute. I'll see if I can do that. An experiment. Okay, let's see. So, people wondering, I shuffle the cards, and unless one flies out, I wait. Thank you. I love hearts, and if anybody would like to share this or know somebody else who would benefit from a reading that helps them tap more into the love that we all are, please share. Hi, Robert. Oh, wow, this is exciting. Robert and I met when Blab was round. We used to be on Blabs together. Actually got to talk to one another. And Sydney. So I've got here, anybody, I've got Sydney after Francis. So now this one is for Melissa. I'll go back and focus on Melissa. Right, Melissa, I'm just choosing the card from the top for you. Oh, this is my challenge. The patience card. When you are patient, you are showing kindness to yourself and allowing gratitude to flow. What I'm getting, Melissa, is maybe I'm just hearing there's one thing that maybe you need to focus on. And I mean, if you're like me, that's hard because, you know, you've got 10 things going. But there's one thing that you're going to focus on now that's going to help you come into full alignment for your business. And it mightn't be what you think it is. That's what I just heard. It mightn't be what you think it is. Yes, Linda, I am still alive. So I don't know whether that speaks to you or not, Melissa. So I just read the message on the card is, but you might get your own message from your heart. When you are patient, you're showing kindness to yourself and allowing gratitude to flow. And as I'm a really impatient person, getting really sick, I really had to learn patience. And if you ask my partner, my husband Des, what he says, I'm much better than I was, but I'm still pretty impatient if something goes wrong. I just don't get angry or fly off the handle anymore. But yeah, so patience is something that we need to practice. And what I often use if I'm really feeling frustrated in things is I use tapping, I use Ho'oponopono, I use I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Okay. Now, so I hope that helps. And the other thing, because I've got so many new people here this week, so what I want to say to people is, what I usually say to people is, with the card, go and get your journal out and put your question down or ask, how will patience, or whatever the word is, how will that play in my business today? If that was, seeing as Melissa's was about business. Okay, so the next person is somebody who lives just north of me. I haven't seen for a long while, but Barry, and he helps people with their eyesight. So Barry, just tap into your heart here. Hi, Julie. Tap into your heart and see, just focus on that question you had, which was about relationships. Okay. So we asked for this reading for Robert to be, for Barry, Barry, to be for your highest good. So sometimes I take the card from the top and then sometimes I split them, and today I'm going to split them in 3. And I'm going to take this card, and I don't know what it is. Acceptance. The acceptance card usually has to do with ourselves. Accept and love yourself unconditionally. Then you will shine your light. So your question was about relationships. So your relationship initially is, Barry, to, I'm hearing do mirror work. Everybody here knows I'm so big on mirror work. Yeah, do mirror work. Yep, I have one on my desk. Get a mirror and start, you know, or use the bathroom mirror. And look in there and start with life loves me. That's what I just heard to do. Life loves me. And to really tap in, and I would do some journaling on how can I be more accepting of myself so I invite into my life the relationships that I want? And if you need the words and things I've said, you just have to come back when I've finished. Oh, Barry has just written, I've only just seen this after I spoke to him, he's just ordered a book on mirror work. Well, there you go. So your heart knew, and I've just picked up on your energy. I just think I got shivers, Barry. I think that's amazing. Hi, Julie. Right, okay, so Barry was acceptance. Melissa was patience. Right, the next, Francis is, I've lost your question, Francis. Hi, Deborah. Francis is, question I think was, let me see if I can flip back and see it. Francis. Francis. Can't see your question. Oh, Francis, yes, please. No, okay. Oh, well, Francis is a regular, so she knows what to do. Okay, so Francis, we're going to tap into your heart energy and find out what your focus is. Oh, great. Okay. So find out what your focus is, or maybe you can use the question I use. What will this month bring forth that will empower you? Oh, you've got one. Right, okay, I'm going to take this card because it's popping out. Is it a single one? Yeah. See, sometimes the card falls out. Oh, inner peace. Inner peace comes when you love yourself fully and release all judgment. Francis can probably answer that one herself, but what that just says to me, I know you do work on yourself. You just need to allow yourself a little bit more time to sit in stillness to help you move forward, if that's what you want. Now, inner peace. Now then I had, I've lost track of, Sydney is next, and then Linda, and I'm not sure who's after Linda. I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so Sydney was moving forward. Oh, okay, when Robert's turn says when it's my turn. Okay, your turn will be after Linda, Robert, and he'll take the third turn, right? Okay. All right, Sydney wants to know what area to best move forward with. So Sydney also owns a set of these cards, and I will put the link up at the end, or if anybody would love to get a set of these cards that come wrapped in, I haven't got a big painting, but I've got a little Susie Chill painting here. Come wrapped in a thing. I've shipped them around the world. The price on the website includes your postage. And so if you went to susiechill.com and clicked on Oracle cards, you can get the cards there. Okay, so Sydney, let's see what's coming up for you now. I just heard self-love. That's what I heard. Come up again, inner peace for Sydney as well as for Francis. Interesting. Inner peace means, we really, we all struggle with self-love. I've been doing this work for years and I've still had challenges. And, I've gone back to doing all this mirror work and I'm seeing things change. And journaling, a lot more journaling about what I really want. So my initial thing, Sydney was right, was about, really tapping into that, loving you, releasing all judgment about yourself. The title on my new journal says, you can if you think you can. But to shift to that, you can if you think you can, you have to fully love yourself. and know you are worthy. You know, what is it Louise Hay used to say? The things that challenge people most are not being enough and not being worthy. Once we know we're enough and we're worthy, magic can happen because we don't have any fear. We let go of that fear. We don't care what other people think about us. Okay, so that was Sydney was Inner Peace as well. Linda, my question is, where do I need to focus my energy and attention in my business? Oh, right, okay. Is this your Law of Attraction business or your real estate business, Linda? I better go back up the top. I've missed people. Hi, Raven. Oh, wow. I must come onto my profile more often. I keep getting to see people I haven't seen for ages. Linda. Right, okay, Linda. So Linda, you tap into your heart and ask, what is the best way forward? What is my focus? Let's say, what is your focus for this month for your business? Okay, I'm taking the one from the top. Strength. Okay, that's interesting. I drew that one for myself first thing this morning. Strength comes when you make the move to step out from your shadows and dance. So Linda, what I'm going to say there, is there somewhere you're hiding part of that amazing self? Linda and I met through training with Michael Lozier in the Law of Attraction. And I know she's got a really bubbly personality, but is there something, or is there an aspect of your business that maybe you're not doing or you're not putting forward yet? I would get your journal out, and you know what to do with that. And I'd love to hear what comes up, actually. That would be wonderful. Now, the next person is Robert, and I'm going to shuffle the cards, and Robert wants to select the card that's third down, which is not how I normally do things, but we will see. Thank you, Sydney. Sydney says the cards are awesome. If anybody else wants a reading, I'm here for another 5 minutes or so. Sydney says inner peace is perfect. So in the real estate business, Linda. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course I know you're different. Robert, that's why we connected with one another. As Des said to me yesterday when I was asking him about something, he said, well, you're unique. You're not like anybody else, and I do things in different ways. Linda, real estate business. Okay, this is what I just heard, Linda. Have you bought your real estate business online? And are you there using video to promote what you're doing on real estate, or to help people make decisions about real estate? That's what just came up for me. So, don't know whether that comes. Okay, so I'm shuffling for Robert. Let's see what, and then I'm going to, so people can see what's happening here. And I'm going to count. Right, okay, I've got 1, 2, and 3, which was stuck to 4. 3, which is the receive card. Open your heart and be receiving of the love that is you and surrounds you. Robert's somebody who I recognize like me, who gives out lots, and maybe you need to be allowing in, or maybe you're allowing in a new relationship to come, and to do that you just maybe have to open your heart and be really loving and accepting of yourself. I hope that helps. Okay, was there anybody interesting? Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know because because we just chose the card and I didn't know what you were focusing on. Yes, it is, isn't it, Francis? I think I might go back to doing some things here on my profile, maybe more than I do it there. Okay, anybody else who was on who would like a reading? Otherwise, I will share what the October reading was again. Right, okay. Right, okay, so that's great, Linda. I suggested to Linda about using videos. Yeah, I've got another... There's maybe about getting them to take action is maybe getting them more and more involved. So maybe, right, Julie, I'll be with you in a minute. And maybe that's about, I'm thinking it's about how people feel about their homes and why people want new homes and things rather than focusing just on the property. I don't know, but you know all the law of attraction stuff that you use for that. So just a thought. Right, Julie, I think you're new to me. What we do, just you've heard me, tap into your heart. You can have a question or you can use the question I used, which was what will this month bring forth that will empower you? I think I love these hearts. I think I have to work out how they came on. Oh, isn't that amazing? Linda says, so cool. She sent me a message saying that she met 2 Australians in the hotel she was in Dallas. And empower question. Okay, great, Julie. And then she turned on a computer and here I was live. Yeah, because I'm not normally live at this time. But I think this might be a great time. This suits me to go live at my midday and my lunchtime as I'm just having, this is my shake for this, fruit shake for this morning. I don't eat these days till about midday, so, and it's been interesting. Hi, Marcy. Okay, Julie, tap into your heart. So we asked for this reading, to help, let's see, Julie, feel more empowered about herself. Oh, bye, Deborah. Did you want a reading before you go? That's a bit late. Okay. Next time. I'll be a bit earlier, maybe. Okay, Julie, let's see what's coming up now. Okay, I'm going to take the card here from the top. This is interesting. You've got the rest card. The rest card says when you rest, you allow deep healing to take place within your body, your heart, and your soul. I'm just wondering, Julie, that maybe, I get the sense of there's a bit of rushing going on in your life. I'm not sure, but that's just the sense that I get, that might be a bit of rushing going on, that you need to step back a little bit and take time. And with rest, you can take time to reflect, to journal, and ask the question, how in resting, how can I become more empowered? Or it might help you focus on, might help you focus on how you can become empowered. Maybe I get this sense that there's something new coming up for you and you haven't actually seen it yet. So you're saying yes to rest. Oh, yes, you are rushing about. Okay. Yeah, so I would journal on this question and see what comes up for you. But yeah, I get this sense that there's something new coming. Okay, so before I finish, I'm just going to again show you, right, for those of you who came on late, when I did the reading for October, it was my pleasure, Julie. When I did the reading for October, these 3 cards flew out before I'd even drawn anything. Trust, which was my word for the year. Freedom, which is what I always focus on for my life, and play. And this was about making my work really playful. So this makes my work very playful. I love doing this, and I love doing readings and heartscapes and things for people, as well as creating products. The actual challenge card for this month is listen. That means taking time to be still and listen to those whispers of your heart, your inner wisdom, your guides, God, whatever you call that inner wisdom, that guidance that comes to you, that we all have. The action card was yes. And my response to this was, ask each time what you're doing. Is this a hell yes or is it a hell no? Is it in alignment with my purpose and my message? And the outcome card is joy. And as we listen, we say yes, and the more aligned we are to our message and our purpose, the more we can, the more joyful and the more joy we have. And for those of you who aren't sure what your joy level is, just pop on over to susiechiel.com and take the joy quiz, and that will give you an idea of where you are at on your joy meter. Okay, so that's all. That's the reading for October. The replay will be up for anybody watching the replay. You've got the cards, and I will be writing my posts on this after the video. And everybody have, let's all rock October. Make it a time to be fully aligned to bring in what it is you really do want. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. This has been Susie Chiel. Remember, open your heart to love. Dare to dream again.